WJZM Radio.
Hey, Clarksville, how you doing? It's Army Sergeant Joe Padula, and you're listening to Airstrike. Yeah, it's Airstrike is it's the Brigade's TV radio show that's dedicated to listening, making sure that you, the listener, are up to date on what's going on with the strike soldiers at Fort Campbell, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. And I'll tell you what, it's an honor to tell the strike story, and we do it in so many different formats. You know, we do it through the social media, we do it through a TV show, and now we do it here through the radio at WJZM 1400 AM. And I got to tell you, it's good people here. We were just hanging out with Tara from MWR. They have what they call here Fort Campbell Fridays, and it's a great way for the information of Fort Campbell to get released into the Clarksville area. And I tell you, it's been a great experience thus far. A couple episodes now in. The first one, we talked about the history of strike and the great lineage from World War II all the way up until now in Afghanistan. And last week, we had a great strike soldier come in and talk about physical fitness and the importance of it, and not only in uniform, out of uniform. And that's Sergeant Kissam. He's doing a marathon tomorrow. And let me tell you, that's up in Louisville. I hope he does well. We got his thoughts, in our brains, and I think he's going to do pretty good. He's a pretty fit guy. He is what a strike soldier is, physically and mentally fit. Yeah, bada bing. But Sergeant Joe Padula, the combat correspondent for the brigade, and telling the soldier story has been nonstop and will continue, as you can see here on today's episode, today's show. We're going to talk to a Sergeant Keith Rogers. He's with the 526th Brigade Support Battalion. The BSB, also known as Best by Performance. Okay, and the brigades are made up of 6 battalion squadron, and that Brigade Support Battalion does some great things, and they do some supporting not only on the battlefield but off as well. And you're going to hear what they did recently to make sure that the Strike Brigade is well known within the community. Now, also recently, we'll talk some of the events that just took place, and we got some really amazing things going on right now, such as an amputee soldier, a strike amputee soldier. He lost his leg in Afghanistan, and he is currently enrolled in the Air Assault course. And in case you don't know what the Air Assault course is, it's a 10-day course where you are tested physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And he's out there right now. He's on schedule to graduate Monday, and this will be the first amputee soldier to graduate the Army's Air Assault School. And let me tell you, of course he's a strike soldier. Forget about it. You know what I mean? That's Sergeant First Class Gregory Robinson of Alpha Company 2 BSTB, which stands for Brigade Special Troops Battalion. And let me tell you, it's guys like that make us proud, And it's guys like that and scouts like that make up the ranks of the Strike Brigade. And that's why we're giving this radio show here to tell you, the people, that we got some pretty amazing people. And to go along with the soldiers in uniform that are amazing goes with the military family. And we also got a military spouse here, and she's going to be talking also some of the opportunities and some of the events that for the spouses, and she's actually the wife of Sergeant Keith Rogers, who's going to be talking about their use of MWR, and I was just talking to Tara on her show for a bit, Tara Goodson, and she does good work. Talk with Tara. She's one of the MWR marketers, and they were just talking outside for about an hour. And it's unbelievable. There's so much information to put out. I hope we have enough time to do it. Okay, and I just want to let you know that we are going to be taking calls today, too, if you guys want. Please come in with your questions. Call in with your questions. The number is 931-645-6414. All right, that's 931-645-6414. All right, and Yeah, this is Sergeant Joe Padula with the 2nd Brigade, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, and you're listening to WJZM 1400 AM Airstrike. Absolutely.
If you want to know what's going on in Clarksville, listen to WJZM Radio and worldwide at WJZM.com.
Now, there are things we can't do, but we always look at it, and it's pretty interesting. I think all of us look at how can we improve the area that we're over and push it out there, and every year try to add something new and try to make the event new.
WJZM is Clarksville's most dependable radio station for local news and current events.
With apps from over 20 digital networks, Charter TV rocks your world.
You can watch them at a car wash. You can watch them at the mall. You can watch them at a petting zoo or at a fancy costume ball. You can watch them in a boring meeting or on a shrimp boat out at sea. They're Charters on the Go TV apps for no extra fee.
Watch TV whenever, wherever with on-the-go apps from Charter TV.
I'm at a petting zoo, watching TV. Oh, Charter!
Stream movies, shows, sports, and more with apps from over 20 digital networks like HBO Go, CNN, and more. Call 855-510-CHARTER today. Some restrictions apply. See charter.com for details.
I was petting a goat. Now I'm on a shrimp boat.
What better gift can you give than a beautiful arrangement of flowers or a lovely plant from Franklin Street Flowers? They've been in the same location for 50-plus years. Randy Harrison and Dickie Rye have flowers for all occasions. They are a full-service florist with worldwide delivery. Say I love you with flowers from Franklin Street Florist. Go by or give them a call at 931-647-3341. That's 647-3341.
Looking for office space with on-site management, flexible lease terms, an option for custom-designed suites, and a prime downtown location? Well, check out Madison Business Circle. Just blocks from the courthouse, post office, banks, and downtown activity, Madison Business Circle offers office and retail space from 250 to 5,000 square feet with competitive rates and lease options. The prestige of a downtown address with the convenience of suburban accessibility. Madison Business Circle. For more information, call 931-645-6458.
Clarksville Floor Covering has been serving Clarksville since 1961. So when it comes to carpet, hardwood floors, area rugs, and more, you can depend on Clarksville Floor Covering. Located on Spring Street or Floors on Terminal Road across from the mall, you'll find the biggest selections and the best prices in Clarksville. Clarksville Floor Covering features huge selections of tile, laminates, and more. Visit Clarksville Floor Covering and let the experts help you today. Visit Clarksville Floor Covering, Flooring America.
Clarksville's only radio station for local news, talk, sports. WJZM Radio.
It's pretty good. The drums are provided by John over here. John, how you doing?
I'm not bad. How's it going today?
Let me tell you, it's always a pleasure to see you. In case you didn't know, the man that makes the magic happen is John, and that was him on the drums and guitar. Okay.
Yeah. I'm good at playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Playing CDs.
Oh, bada bing. Bada bing. All right. Good to have you back, Clarksville, WJZM 1400 AM, and we're about to sit down and talk with a Sergeant Keith Rogers, who is a mistletoe repairman. Okay, that's a big weapon, and that's his trait. That's his job. He's a toe repairman. All right, for his MOS, military occupational specialty. But he also does another thing. It's called volunteering. Okay, and hey, Sergeant Rogers, how you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing today, Joe?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. You know, it's like gorgeous outside. You know, it's a good time to volunteer. What do you think?
It's a great time to volunteer. It's you know, it's spring. It's coming into summer now. And let me tell you, my battalion, the 526 Brigade Support Battalion.
Best by performance.
Best by performance.
Yeah, they are.
We recently had the opportunity to volunteer our time and whatever we could, really, to the Area 12 Special Olympics that they held at Austin Peay on April 18th.
Right. This is great. This event was huge, too. Turnout was great. Beautiful day for it, okay? Down at Clarksville's Austin Peay Stadium, okay? They had Area 12, which I mean, I didn't realize how many was so many people, John, do you happen to know how many areas that includes? It's a...
No, I'm not for sure. Yeah, right offhand. We
were looking at well over 2,500 people out there, supporting. And the special needs student athletes that were there were definitely well supported by the 526 Brigade Support Battalion. And the main focus was the schools from Fort Campbell, the special needs students from Fort Campbell that were participating. Who were they? Who was representing Fort Campbell?
Well, representing Fort Campbell, we had Fort Campbell High School, of course. We had the school that 526 normally supports is Andre Lucas Elementary School.
Andre Lucas Elementary.
And then we were also supporting Barkley Elementary School and Barsanti Elementary School.
Okay.
So
and also the special needs students of Fort Campbell High School were also there too, right? Participating. Yeah, it was a great group of people, and it was just an event that was very humbling, Yeah,
anything like that. Any chance we get to give back to the community and go out there and support the kids. I know 526. In addition to that, we're at Lucas Elementary School, just about every day. High-fiving the kids coming off the bus, when they go into school. So we're a presence there, and it's something we enjoy doing. And we have like a jersey, a Fort Campbell jersey, and the kids look for
like
that.
Like a new jersey?
No, it's an old jersey.
We've been wearing it for a while.
Bada bing.
But okay, now the community outreach. This falls under the community outreach portion, and we talk a lot about what we do in uniform, the training, and we'll always talk about that. But because it's always going on. We're always out in the field. We're always doing what we got to do. But we have to find time to make sure that we get involved in the community. Can you talk about that for a bit?
Oh, of course, yeah. Training isn't something we do; it's what we do. Like we like to say that in the Army. That's our main job. When we're not winning wars, we're training to win wars. But we have to take time to remember what makes that possible. Is our community, the support of our local families and the local civilians, even the people that aren't in the military. They do a lot for us,
right?
And it's important for us to just stop sometimes, and if we have the time, to give that back to them. To even if it's if you can't be there personally, we had people. We had someone donate a 10-foot by 20-foot awning. We had pop-up tents.
Oh yeah, this is at the
Special Olympics.
Yeah, what was donated? What was how'd you guys support the student athletes over there?
Well, we had about 10 soldiers out there. We had food. We had snacks set up. We had of course, moral support, encouragement there for the students.
Yeah, that's right. I saw the high fives. Now, Sergeant Rogers also wrote a story on what they did out there, and it got published pretty good. A big Army picked it up at the Army.mil. The Fort Campbell Courier, the base paper, the post paper, they picked it up and they ran with it. You can also go online, just in any search engine, just type in Area 12 Special Olympics and then the word strike, and it will pop up, okay? You'll see the story that Sergeant Rogers wrote, all the pictures that he took. I saw the one. You got the one, she's high-fiving. There's a soldier, she's high-fiving, the kids. And that, let me tell you, you guys rock.
Yeah, that was Specialist Angela Tedeschi. She's a medic with Company C.
Nice.
526, of course. And let me tell you, they jumped on it when we were given the opportunity, and we're duty battalion right now, so we have like 1,000,001 other duties going on within not just our brigade, but also supporting the division.
How do you get picked for duty battalion?
It's on a rotation.
Okay.
So it just happened to fall that way.
Right. And so by being on the duty status, you guys, what are some of the details that you guys got to pick up?
The big upcoming one is the land nav.
Oh yeah, City Slicker Urban Orienteering.
That's right.
Let me tell you, May 11th. Register for the City Slicker City Urban Orienteering. Land nav the neighborhood. Yeah, be there. Absolutely. So what else entails your duty?
Just everything from post police, keeping the area beautiful, to road guard, to you name it. We get tasked for it. We go out and hammer it out. And
so if you're ever on post and you see the soldiers walking with the reflective belts and the water source, with the garbage bag on each side, that is for this month. It's
for the rest of this week, and then
okay,
and then we rotate to someone else gets to do that.
Okay, so let me tell you something. Don't litter, okay? If you litter, the poor Sergeant Rogers is going to go pick it up for you, okay? So don't do it. Absolutely. Now, okay, back to your volunteer work, okay? The Area 12 Special Olympics. So many people out there, the special needs students who are participating. Now, this kind of hits home to you also, all right? And you are a parent of a special needs child. Is that correct?
I am a parent of 2 special needs children. I have identical twins.
Right.
They're Jacob and Jonathan. They are 6 years. They're going to be 6 this summer. They have kind of an autism spectrum disorder.
Okay.
Where just labeled as a global developmental delay, and they're just like any other kids. They except for they have 1 or 2 other needs that we have to meet.
Right.
So
now let's bring in the mother of the children. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? All right, good to see you. Introduce yourself to Clarksville WJZM.
Well, I'm Catherine Rogers. I'm Keith's wife.
Absolutely.
And, yes.
And it's not only being a member of the military family, which is, let me tell you, not an easy gig. You guys go through a lot. You guys go through deployment, separation, all right, tough working hours, non-consistent working hours. Being a part of the military family is, you get kudos right off the back,
Thank you.
Thank you. You kidding me? Forget about it. But on top of it now, you are also the military parent of special needs children.
Yes.
Okay, and that right there is well, why don't you tell me? The difficulties that you go through.
I wouldn't call them difficulties. I'd call them extra challenges.
Nice.
And what I go through is normal to me, so I don't know any different.
Okay.
But what I would say is that there are many different resources that can make it easier if military families have the information.
Right. What are some of those resources that you guys
early
use?
on, if a family early on in a child's life notices something is off, they should immediately go to their primary care manager.
Okay.
And they have a program called Early Developmental Intervention Services, EDIS.
What are some of those signs?
Just not hitting the marks on time, not sitting up when like they should be, not rolling over at the monthly marks, when they get their well babies and they're not meeting the marks that they should be at their well baby appointments.
Okay. All right.
And they're not meeting certain criteria at the monthly, marks of sitting up, rolling over, paying attention, making eye contact, eating with a spoon, the independence levels.
Now, your children always been here at Campbell?
Yes.
Yes.
And what's the program that if you have questions, where to bring them to?
Well, first you have to go through your primary care manager.
Okay.
And then they will refer you over to EDIS, Early Developmental Intervention Services.
Okay, bada bing.
Which is an excellent program. They actually come to your house. They provide different kinds of therapies: physical therapy, verbal, speech therapy.
And this is through the base. This is
through
where are they from? Are they from
ACS?
Okay, the Army
Community Services. Yeah. And they actually, if you live on post,
great group.
When you live on post, they will come to your house, so you don't have to go anywhere with your special needs child. They will come into your home to provide the services for you
and
help. They will bring in we actually had a swing cleared through housing to help the core strength of the children when they were developing, just to sit up properly and things.
They actually took an eye bolt and embedded it in our ceiling permanently. And this is at the brand new housing, like right inside Gate 10. They just built these places, and then because of our kids' needs, they said. We said, hey, we need to put this thing up so that our kids can have this special therapy. And they just did it. And they came in and they cleared it
with no problem.
With no problem.
No problem.
So Fort Campbell.
You need to also get you need to go to your primary care manager.
Right.
You need to go then to the EFMP office and get them enrolled immediately in the EFMP
Which
program.
is the Exceptional Family Members Program.
Exceptional Family Members Program. Because you have exceptional children.
And that is also through the ACS?
No, that is through the Army Hospital.
Okay.
It's both. It's through the Army Hospital, and then over at
Blanchfield.
And then over at ACS, you have to go through. And there's two sides. There's a medical side, and then there's the Army Community Services side.
And everything that is provided in the home has to be recommended through the medical side. So the medical doctor has to recommend that these services need to be provided by ACS. So you need to go first to the medical side to get things provided into the home.
And once it's referred by the doctor, go over to ACS, and ACS, 9 times out of 10 they already know. They talk very well. They communicate back and forth between the hospital and Army Community Services.
See, this is good knowledge. We got to go to a break here, but April is Autism Awareness Month.
Light it up blue.
Yeah, and so we are going to continue our conversation with a military couple here. Sergeant Rogers is in service, and he's with the 526th Brigade Support Battalion, and his wife Katy. She is the military wife of a great man, and let me tell you, she's good people too. And they have special needs children, and we're going to be discussing more as soon as we get back. WJZM 1400 AM, absolutely.
Clarksville's only radio station for local news, talk, sports. WJZM Radio.
Brought back by popular demand. It's the Gary Matthews Kia Invoice Sale. Plus, you keep the Kia bonus cash in Clarksville on the river. It's here. It's now. No haggle, no hassle invoice pricing on every new 2013 Kia in stock. No one saves you more. This is a limited time offer, so make the switch to Gary Matthews Kia today. New 2013 Sorrento LX. Get invoice pricing, 0% APR for 60 months, and you keep the $1,000 Kia bonus cash. New 2013 Optima LX. Get invoice pricing, 0% APR for 60 months, and you keep the $1,000 Kia bonus cash. It's crazy but true. And every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Every credit application accepted. Hurry to Gary Matthews Kia Invoice Sale in Clarksville. Make the switch to save more. MatthewsKia.com. Invoice pricing ensues. Stock numbers 1342, all prices plus tax, title, and license. Cash back from Kia Motors of America. Prices include $457 processing fees. Some dealer incentives and year-end awards can affect actual invoice cost and pricing. 0% with approved credit. Ends 4/30/13.
It's deer season, and Hudson has a great lineup of John Deere lawn and garden products for you this spring. Select Series mowers, Easy Track Zero Turns, and the popular John Deere Commercial Series Z-Tracks are all waiting to find their way to your lawn. Whatever the task, we have models to fill your need. If your dream is to have the best looking lawn this season, come into any of Hudson's 8 convenient locations. John Deere and Hudson combine to make all your dreams come true.
If you need qualified consultation, see the folks at Long & Harbison, Attorneys at Law. They are located in Clarksville at 1310 Madison Street, and their office in Springfield is at 107 5th Avenue West. The voice of Wildcat football, Fletcher Long, his partner John Harbison, and their partner in Springfield, John Germanis, give you the professional service you deserve. Give them a call in Clarksville at 931-896-2066 or in Springfield at 615-667-1359. Long & Harbison, Attorneys at Law.
It's an exciting night on the red carpet.
The nominees are in and the voting has begun for the Leaf Chronicle Reader's Choice Awards. Be sure to vote for all your favorite businesses, people, and destinations in more than 100 categories. In fact, you can vote every day.
It's easy and it's fun. Simply go to theleadchronicle.com and click on the Reader's Choice Nominations link.
That's theleadchronicle.com, Reader's Choice Awards.
When severe weather hits the Clarksville-Fort Campbell area, make sure to tune in to WJZM 1400 AM for all of your severe weather updates. Brought to you by the Augustine Insurance Group, Clarksville's insurance experts since 1972.
Here it comes. WJZM Radio, Clarksville, Tennessee.
John on the drums, absolutely. WJZM 1400 AM. You're listening to Airstrike with Sergeant Joe Padula, and we're sitting down right now with Army Sergeant Keith Rogers. How you doing? All right?
Yeah, pretty good. How you doing?
Yeah. Forget about it. Absolutely. Yeah. And his lovely wife. I'll tell you. Katy, you guys are. We were just talking a little bit on the break there about where'd you guys meet?
We met at Ryan McNaughton's birthday party I was throwing at my parents' house. And,
where is that? Nobody knows where that is.
Okay, well...
Cleveland, Ohio, on the west side.
Yeah, on the west side of Cleveland. We met in her parents' living room. Yeah, literally.
Yeah. On the west side. Sounds like a bad neighborhood.
No, it was very...
Well, there's the east side. You go to Cleveland, there's the east side and there's the west side.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So
I just don't go to Cleveland. No offense.
No, you're fine.
It's like north and south side Chicago,
Chicago.
but the west side's more suburban.
So what brought you to? Because let me tell you, there's some very interesting stories on how soldiers and their spouses meet, and I think yours is kind of in that department of interesting.
Well, I actually had my heart wrapped around the Army and decided I wanted to go into the Army.
Nice.
I was on the delayed entry program.
Okay, which is what's a delayed entry program for the listening?
You can be you have your orders all set up when you're like a year out from turning 18 or you're ready to go.
So you're still in high school and
I was a senior in high school, ready to rock and roll. I already went to my recruiter and decided what I wanted to do.
So then
Keith comes along and
yeah, it's pretty much. I
fell in love.
We had a common friend, and
Ryan McNaughton.
Ryan McNaughton,
the best friend ever.
Yeah.
His awesome mother, Laura.
Yeah, she introduced us, and I wrote my name and my phone number down.
Right.
Just on a dry erase board in her bedroom.
Now, were you in the Army at this time?
I was not. No, I was.
We were high school.
I was 18.
So you were planning to join the Army.
She was 17.
And you were okay.
I am the daughter of a Vietnam veteran who trained Rangers.
Awesome. Tell your father thank you for his service.
I would if he was still around.
Understood.
But thank you.
Thank you for your service as military family members from the start.
Yes.
I mean that is unbelievable.
I wasn't alive during Vietnam, but thank you. My mom appreciates it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, according to your guys' story, you guys meet up. When did you join the Army, Sergeant Rogers?
Well, she was in the delayed entry program,
right?
And we started dating, and we were seniors in high school, and then we went on a trip together with her parents down to North Carolina.
We were visiting Ryan McNaughton.
We were visiting Ryan McNaughton, who had recently moved, actually.
We were visiting Laura McNaughton's house.
I can't get the guy's name out of my head.
It's a girl, actually.
Oh, I can't get her.
She is a sweetie.
She's a great person.
So you guys go on the trip?
We go on the trip, and I know she's ready to go, to the Army, and I'm sleeping on a couch in the basement, and I'm like, well, what am I going to do with my life?
Right.
I'm like, I could go to college, but I haven't put in any applications yet, or I could do any number of things. I could keep cooking at the place that I'm cooking at,
like a short order chef.
Yeah, I was a prep. I wasn't even a short order chef. I was a prep cook.
Okay,
it's like one step above floor mopper.
Nothing against floor moppers.
Nothing against floor moppers.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're very needed. But I was like, she's joining the Army,
right?
if I join the Army, we'll both have jobs and we'll be in the Army together. So
there it is.
Well, let me jump in here really quick. I actually tried to dump him.
She did try to dump him.
Because I was ready to go and I didn't want him
Mission
to wait.
failure, I guess.
Yeah. I did try because I didn't think it would be fair to get engaged and make him wait for me for 4 years. So I said, either you're going to decide what you want to do with your life, or we're just going to meet up and see where we're at in 4 years.
So you decided, you joined. Where'd you join up? Right there?
And then the next day he comes around and he says, well, I'm not joining the Army with you.
There you go.
And we went to my recruiter, and we joined together.
And the recruiter was where? This is
in Lakewood, Ohio.
Lakewood, Ohio. The recruiter's name is Sergeant Malcolm Scales. I don't know his current rank. I'm sure he's higher up than E5 now.
He's probably Sergeant First Class.
Sergeant First Class. Malcolm Scales, right? He's stationed over in Korea right now. And that was 10 years ago. So we've been married over 10 years now.
So he joined, you did not?
No, she did join.
I did join. I went in before him.
Tell us about your service.
I went into Fort Jackson. I did my basic training.
What state's Fort Jackson?
Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay, there you go. A little
I did
action.
my basic training, and I loved it. I wrote him every single day about what to expect, so he kind of had the easy heads up of to what to expect.
That's right. Now, remember, basic training at this time here, no cell phones, okay? Phone calls wasn't existing.
They took all our cell phones and stuck them in our bags and locked them up in a room somewhere. Yep. We had a payphone bank. It's amazing. There's these phones and you put like quarters in them, and you can make phone calls.
Absolutely.
This was 10 years ago, so I don't know how the Army is now.
I got a payphone now. Every once a month I pay for my phone.
Back then, I mean, we actually had to polish boots and starch our uniforms. I don't know like how nowadays, you know, they got it easy compared to what we had.
It's a little different. So you complete your basic training.
I completed my basic training on 2 broken feet.
Okay,
I broke both my feet on a road on that last ruck march.
Okay, right.
I smashed them to pieces.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I didn't let anybody know really. Until I got to AIT.
AIT, good.
Then I went to Fort Sam
initial
Houston.
Training, and you went to Fort Sam Houston. What was your MOS?
91 Whiskey at the time. I was a combat medic.
Okay,
and
combat medic. Let me tell you, the combat medic is a great warrior on and off the battlefield, and I respect so many combat medics. It's unbelievable. Right. Without them, you know, they keep us in the fight, and much respect to the combat medic.
Right.
So AIT.
I continued on with AIT to the best of my ability. My foot injury, my left foot never really healed properly, so I ended up having to get out.
When she was in AIT, you know, you ever see that guy with the cast on his foot and then the boot over the cast?
Yeah, the boot. Right.
Well, she had one of those on each feet.
Oh wow.
She looked like she was wearing astronaut shoes for a while.
Right, absolutely. You know, we had a couple like that. We called them Buzz Aldrin. You know? Yeah, absolutely. Right.
He's from Ohio too.
Yeah. Shout out to Buzz. Absolutely. Now, okay, so. That's how the military career ended? You were injured?
Yes, I got injured and I got out.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I just continued to support him.
And when did you start up?
Well, I joined actually. She went to basic, and with the day that she was graduating from basic training was the day that I got to Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
But it's very rude of you that you missed her graduation.
Isn't it?
Yeah. But so you do your basic training over there, you knock it out.
My basic.
AIT for your, what is your technical term for your job?
Technically, I'm a land combat electronic missile systems repair person.
Let me tell you, they really make things difficult sometimes.
I know, right? So, which in short, I repair the TOW weapon system, which is an anti-tank missile.
Yeah, there you go. So Bam, you repair the anti-tank missiles. That's your job. Where do you do your AIT at after initial training?
When I went through AIT, it was held at Redstone Arsenal, Alabama, but they do it now at Fort Lee, Virginia.
Okay, so let me tell you. See, even in the early stage of your Army career, okay, you're sent all over the country, okay? And have you ever been to those places ever, the both of you?
We actually, during AIT, would visit each other. Like, we would take we would bounce back. We wouldn't tell our drill sergeants.
She was still
we would sneak around. We wouldn't tell our drill sergeants we were flying.
I wasn't sneaking anywhere.
That's right.
You know, I am.
Not him, because he's a good sergeant. That's a 526 strike soldier. By the book.
We got Article 15s ready for you as soon as you leave the studio.
I did fly twice. And he flew in.
And I did get to go.
There's a lot more to do in San Antonio than there was in Redstone.
There's nothing to do in Huntsville unless you're into space camp.
When did you get to strike?
We got to strike in
2000
February of 2007.
Okay, and by this time you guys are married?
We're married.
Oh, we've been married for 5.
We married
in 2002.
We got married in 2002.
Okay,
so we'd already been married for 5 years.
Right.
And
so now
had one child and had 2 more on the way.
There you go.
I was pregnant with twins on the way here.
Nice. Well,
didn't know though.
Well, I don't know nothing. But you guys got to strike, okay? The 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, okay? Fort Campbell, all right?
Brigade Combat Team.
Absolutely.
The only.
You know, the Black Hearts.
Yes.
And we are the Black Hearts because on our helmets we wear a Black Heart because of those who came before us in World War II when they jumped into Normandy, okay, the 502nd Infantry Regiment. They wore Black Hearts on their helmets to separate from the other units jumping. Now, you guys... here at Fort Campbell, you have your children. What are your children's needs again? What's the...
They have global developmental delay, a genetic anomaly that Vanderbilt has been unable to decipher.
Okay.
They've been through a neurogeneticist there. So they've been... because it's so complicated, we just call it a genetic anomaly or global developmental delay.
Now you guys are all here at Fort Campbell. Okay?
Right.
Mm-hmm. What were some of the services allowed or provided for you upon arrival?
We didn't know anything.
Okay.
When we got here.
Which might be a scenario for many with special needs children,
right.
Correct?
It was a big struggle for us. I was at my wit's end when he was deployed. He deployed 2 months after I gave birth to my twins.
Right. Let me tell you,
it was a big
takes
struggle.
Strong people to be a military family.
Big struggle.
I mean, she gave birth 2 months. I left 2 months after she gave birth, but before that, we had only been at Fort Campbell for, 8 months.
Right,
7, 8 months,
right.
Something like that.
So here you are. You're with your child, okay, and all alone. But your MWR and your FRG, were you guys able to get information?
It was very difficult. Right. I don't even think the FRG and the MWR really knew about the information.
Okay, right.
When Keith came back, we went to our primary care manager, and they were able to establish more of a foundation of getting us help.
Good.
Of getting us on the right track. Right when he got back, the twins were already about say a year old, or just under a year old, or something like that. And we were able to then go through the early developmental intervention services,
right.
EDIS. These nice ladies, Beverly and Margie, and all of them.
Yeah, they were great. Beverly and Margie
Lisbury,
were
Kelly.
Those are great names, by the way.
Yeah, they were therapists.
And Liz, you can't forget Liz.
Yeah, they were therapists that were provided through ACS and the EDIS program, and they came to our house. They showed us therapies to do with the children, exercises to help strengthen their muscles because they seem to have muscle weaknesses in places. That's why it's a global developmental delay. They neurological development as well as physical development.
Nice.
So
social.
Well, we're about to take another break here, but when we get back, we're going to talk about some of the events where you guys get to meet other parents, parents in the military with special needs children, and you guys, have been able to share information and actually share stories yourselves with them. So. We're here with the Rogers. How is it pluralized? Is it Rogerses?
I don't know.
If you wanted to, I would just say Rogers.
Roger.
Yeah, the Rogers family.
Roger that. Roger that. Absolutely. Bada big.
Forget about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know nothing. You're listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely.
WJZM Radio, Clarksville, Tennessee.
The ceremony, the kiss, the moment, the guests, the music, the decorations, the day. If you have a special event coming up, let Joe's Swing Recreational Facility host your big day. Joe's Swing has a fully equipped kitchen, as well as exceptional cuisine provided by Cole Park Commons Eagle Catering. Seating and tables are available for up to 200 people. Plenty of comfortable space for all your decorations and guests. With a state-of-the-art lighting and audio system, your event or party can get started right away with ease. Enjoy your picture-perfect moment set outdoors with a beautiful scenic view of the quarry as a backdrop. Joe's Swing Recreational Facility is located just inside Gate 1 behind Dolan Pool. For more information, please contact Eagle Catering at 270-798-4610. Joe's Swing Recreational Facility, the hidden treasure that caters to soldiers and families.
Golfers in the Clarksville, Fort Campbell area know that Swan Lake Golf Course is the area's most challenging 18 holes of golf. Located on Dunbar Cave Road, Swan Lake Golf Course presents an enjoyable day on the links. Visit the pro shop and you will find everything you need to get the most enjoyment from the great game of golf. Swan Lake Golf Course, a mature setting with state-of-the-art new greens. Call 648-0479 for your next tee time.
Since 1979, Action Air has been serving the Clarksville area. And again this year, Action Air wants to help the many dogs and cats in Montgomery County find their forever homes. During the month of April, Action Air, for every service they do, will donate $1 to the Clarksville Humane Society. Last year, Action Air donated over $900. Let's help them do even better this year. When you need action, call Action Air at 647-8525. Get your AC ready for the summer heat while helping save a life. Action Air and the Clarksville Humane Society, a win-win combination.
Visit our friends at Clarksville Tire Center, formerly Ratchford Auto Truck and Service Center. They service both commercial and residential customers. Clarksville Tire Center specializes in tires that fit almost all type vehicles: cars, trucks, farm equipment, even your riding lawnmower. They have all of your quality tire brands. They're located at 129 Terminal Road. That's right across the street from Governor Square Mall off Wilma Rudolph Boulevard. Clarksville Tire Center can take care of all of your needs. They have a state-of-the-art alignment machine with reasonable prices. They also do brake work and can turn your rotors. Visit Barbara Ratchford and her staff at Clarksville Tire Center on Terminal Road or give them a call at 931-648-2769. That's 648-2769, Clarksville Tire Center.
Here it comes. WJZM Radio, Clarksville, Tennessee.
All right, welcome back to Airstrike, the radio show that is representing the strike soldiers of the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. And I got to tell you, WJZM 1400 AM, great station, great family to be a part of, and we're proud to be here airing to you fine people of Clarksville and the surrounding areas. Now, today we're sitting in with, did we decide on, is it the Rogerses? What?
Go with Rogerses.
The Rogerses.
Mr. and Mrs. Rogers.
There we go, Mr. and Mrs. Rogers, also known as Sergeant Keith Rogers and Katy Rogers. Bam, good people, great times, and I got to tell you, they got a pretty inspirational story. They are military family members with special needs children, and they have definitely informed us on some great things for those in the military that have special needs children. Now, some of the events that are offered, or available, or out there that you guys get to participate in, and what are some of those?
Well, ACS provides a ton of fun things to do. This weekend, they were going to have an event of the Walk for Autism.
Right.
Because it's Autism Awareness Month. And they had a great outpouring of people that were going to show up. I think that's going to be on a delay.
They've got other things. They've got other programs set up. One is Buddy Ball. Yeah.
Now, is that all canceled for tomorrow?
No. Buddy Ball's a thing that goes on continuously.
Okay.
And you sign up
what
for
is
that
Buddy Ball?
It's a game that they play with for special needs children. That's geared towards their needs.
Right.
And you go through ACS and you can sign up through there.
Okay, so
the EFMPAs. When you go into the ACS building, the Army Community Services building outpost, there's a specific area that's the Exceptional Family Members area inside.
That's what I'm talking about. Good.
The Army Community Services. If you turn right directly when you're going into the building, you take an immediate right. those first few doors right there.
So they do have a section just for exceptional family members.
That's absolutely correct.
Okay, that is awesome.
The head of it, her name is Sarah Bollinger.
Okay, so...
And she heads the program. There's also Ann Brown, Felicia. They all work at the Exceptional Family Members Program.
And they'll be able to direct whoever goes there and asks for advice and direction.
Absolutely.
They will be able to provide that information for whatever, whether it's events or medical help and everything.
Right.
Beautiful. So you heard it. If you are a military family member with special needs in your family, go to the ACS, the Army Community Service Building, and check out the Exceptional Family section of the building.
The one thing I do want to say that was a life changer for our family was respite care. Okay. And that is one thing that you have to qualify for. Your kids you just can't get signed up for it. You actually have to go to your primary care manager and the EFMP doctor, Dr. Humbert, who's the EFMP doctor at Blanchfield. He's the only one, I think, there. You have to get signed up and what's it called? A referral from Dr. Humbert over to ACS to get the care. But it is a life-changing service provided by the military. Now, what respite care does...
What are some of the bullets you would say that the respite care offers?
Respite care, what they do is they provide someone to come to your house for however many hours a month that you qualify for. They send a qualified person to come to your house, and you interview.
So these are trained, certified people.
They're certified in CPR, Red Cross. Like, they're certified to take care of your children that have special needs. Whereas it's harder to get that in a babysitter.
And then
they're willing to change diapers, do all the things babysitters aren't really willing to do.
Got it.
And you interview. You can interview however many people you need to interview until you find the person you're comfortable with. And then our respite care provider, she was great. We had her for
Joy.
Joy Fox. Yeah, she provided service for us for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
like 3 years.
Now
I think.
the Army schedule, especially the strike schedule, because strike is always training, strike is always on the move, strike is always volunteering, and you'll hear it from right here on Airstrike. All the stuff that strike is going on. Now your schedule, does it work with your schedule? Are these people flexible? Are they able to meet where you guys are not be able to be there?
Yes,
yes. Absolutely,
and if one person can't do it, you can always get what's called a backup provider. You can get multiple people. You can have more than one respite care provider coming into your house. You don't just have to hire one. So if one can't do it on one day, the other provider can come into your home on a different day.
Split up your hours to fit your schedule with the people that you're comfortable with having in your home taking care of your kids.
Right.
Okay, now they can even just give you like a parents' night out, and just because you don't get what it's there for is relief for the parents.
Right.
Because
Understood. It's respite for the parents. It's
there to assist the parents. Right.
So that's respite care.
Respite care.
And you could find out more of this information from the ACS building?
Army Community Services.
Army Community Services.
Or the EFMP office.
Ask
the Exceptional
for Sarah Bollinger or Ann Brown. I would recommend.
I'm telling you guys, your story is, you guys represent a decent-sized population within the military, of the special needs family. And I'm so happy that you guys were able to provide that information with us today.
And just remember, you're not alone out there. If you think that your kids are struggling and you're not quite sure why, get them checked out. Go to the doctor, because there's answers out there and there's help out there. And just remember, you're not alone. And the ACS, the FMP office, and the community around you can guide you into getting help. And it takes a village to raise a family, and just know that you're not alone.
Sergeant Rogers?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, she takes words right out of my mouth.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, you two are amazing. I have such respect for you two, and I appreciate you coming in. Okay, and thank you for sharing your story of how you guys met in the living room. Okay, all right, that was
underneath my mom's blue Marlin.
Yeah, good for you. Man, what a prom story! But and thanks for sharing also your hardships that you guys have overcome, and thanks for providing information to those people who are currently facing those hardships. So feel proud, because you guys rock, and that is the essence of a strike soldier right there. Someone that is ready to face hardships and continue the mission despite it. I love it.
I do want to add something.
Yeah, please do.
Military families tend to keep to themselves at times. They think something's abnormal within their family, and that's one thing that needs to stop happening.
Right. You need to get out there.
You need to get out there and get help, or you need to think that the abnormal is not really abnormal, because it really isn't.
It's not at all.
And the help is there.
The help.
You feel alone. You feel isolated, but that's not the case at all. Go to ACS. Go. Sign your kids up for buddy ball. If your husband's deployed or your wife is deployed and you're at home and you're having these issues, just go see what's out there, because the community, the Army community, really is there to help you.
There you are. You are not alone. There is help. Their message needs to be heard. Hey, guys, I want to say thank you very much for coming in today and sharing your story.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks a lot for having us.
But, stick around. We're about to talk about some of the great things that's coming up here in the strike in the upcoming weeks and months. And, I would love to hear your feedback and input on that, too.
Sure.
Oh, bada bing. One of them is we're going to promote the strike products here, okay? So we do a TV show here. It's called Strike Zone, okay? And you can check it out on the YouTube. You go to the search box and YouTube, you type in 2nd BCT, all right? And 2nd BCT Strike. And what pops up? The strike insignia. Have you guys seen Strike Zone, the TV show?
Strike BCT, it's all one word, right?
I've seen it.
How does it do? Okay, let's go to the military family member. The information that gets put out through the Strike Zone. Does it work?
Yes.
Okay, do tell. What's your favorite part of the show?
All of it.
Okay, let me tell you that.
Hometown shout-outs.
Yeah, hometown shout-outs.
I like the question and answers.
Oh, good, absolutely. And that's the idea of the show. And it's the idea of this show, too, is to get the information out there that answers the questions, not only for the soldiers, but for the family members. Let me tell you, and that's what we do here at the Strike Public Affairs. We get the message out to you guys, the soldier, the family member, and the civilian. So everyone's in the know of what's going on, And I'll tell you what, you can check out all the great information on the Brigade Facebook page. You guys are on the Brigade Facebook page, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now, what do you guys see on the Brigade Facebook page? Because I could say it all day long. You know what I mean?
Well, me personally, I see field exercises. I see what you do. When you do volunteer events, I've seen the recent what Keith did at Area 12 at APSU, Austin Pay.
And that's exactly what we try to do. We try and bring the people that are viewing the Facebook page right there to the training area. And we do that with the TV show, and we're going to do that here with the radio show.
I'll tell you, as a soldier, what I see is when I go on there, I get to see what the other battalions do.
Right.
And that's right. When I was a younger soldier, when I was Private Rogers, what have you. I didn't understand, what does this battalion do, or what does that battalion do, or field artillery, that sounds cool, or infantry, that sounds tough. I don't ever want to do that. But you get on there and you see exactly what these guys are doing, and you see the hard work that they put into their job and the dedication that they have.
And that's what I'm talking about. You see that?
And as a housewife, I see the dining facility menus and things like that, and I'm just thinking,
and I see that
looks
too,
like
and I'm grateful to have a wife at home. No, I'm just kidding. I love the DFAC. Sergeant Davis, you rock.
Yeah, the Strike Dining Facility is actually an award-winning dining facility.
We won the Connolly
Cup,
a
big deal in the Army,
which is big.
Big deal.
Huge.
Absolutely. You guys can also keep up with the Strike Brigade on Twitter, all right? You go to your Twitter account. It's on my phone. I got a droid here. And you go to Twitter and you type the @ sign, also known as the ampersand. Yeah, forget about it. All right? @StrikeBCT, all right? You'll see the logo. Click on it, follow, and then you can get up-to-dates right on your phone. It's Strike on your palm. Forget about it. Absolutely. And then also, don't forget to like the Facebook page, go to the YouTube, watch all the great videos such as Strike Zone, the movie No Man Left Behind about Sergeant Felipe Pereira, our Distinguished Service Cross awardee, and all the other stuff too. Like we recently had Top Gear come by,
awesome.
And Top Gear is a History Channel TV show.
I saw that.
Oh, forget about it.
That was the coolest show ever.
Yeah, you could see that the unedited version on the Strike 2 page. And speaking of which, we had recently had the Military Channel come down and do some filming, and on April 30th starts their show called Military POV. And episode number 5 is called Screaming Eagles in Afghanistan. And guess who's representing the Screaming Eagles?
Strike.
Oh, it's Strike. Forget about it. It's what the Blackhearts were doing down in Kandahar, Afghanistan, doing Operation Dragon Strike. And there's a bunch of videos, and they bring the audience right there on the battlefield through our footage. You know, they used a lot of the footage that I got down there, too. So, yeah,
it's great footage. I've seen a lot of it.
Oh, forget about it.
Can't wait to see it on the
it's
TV,
excellent.
the military channel.
Yeah, they put in such a professional polish on it that I get to learn a lot by watching the pros in action. All
the
right?
history of the Strike Brigade is just fascinating to me personally, and I just love learning. You know, he's a unit historian or whatever, and I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot just through Sergeant Rogers, or my husband over here, just about Strike, and it's just a great, you know.
Yeah, she calls me Sergeant Rogers at home, too.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about, you know, learning about the unit and making sure that everyone's informed and up to date, and so we're able to take care of each other. And let me tell you, you guys took care of me today, and I appreciate that. You guys took care of our audience with the great advice that you guys dispensed, and I got to tell you, you know, John, always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
And,
always.
Come back, and you know, next week we're going to have a sit-down interview with a couple more Strike heroes about some great events that are coming up. And once again, check out the Strike Brigade. Keep up to date. Listen to Airstrike, WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely.
Since 1941, serving the public interest. WJZM Radio, Clarksville, Tennessee.